Welcome back to React.js series. In this video, I'm going to explain how to install React.js. As discussed earlier, React.js can be installed in two ways. The first approach is you can use CDNs wherever you want in your app. At the same time, you can use Node.js approach to get installed React.js in your PCs. See, this is the approach which uses Node.js as well as Node package manager to get React.js installed. See, there are few commands like npm install -g create React app. This is to install Node package managers globally. At the same time, if you want, you can uninstall using uninstall command. And there is one more interesting package runner is also available on top of npm, that is called npx. If you want, you can also use Yarn JavaScript libraries in order to maintain React.js related functionalities. Let us focus. What is Node Package Manager? Node Package Manager is a default package manager for Node.js. The NPM, in the sense, Node Package Manager manages all the packages and modules for Node.js. Packages used by npm are installed globally. You have to care about pollution for the long term. Whereas npx stands for Node Package Execute. Simply, it is a Node Package Runner. npx is a tool that uses to execute npm packages. Packages used by npx are not installed globally, so you have to care free for the pollution for the long term. It is an npm package runner that can execute any package that you want from npm registry without even installing that package. The npx is useful during a single time use package. This is another approach. Use respective CDNs. Using these CDNs, you can easily develop a React app without worrying about all these installations if you want. So let us get into the approach, how to install Node.js as well as how to incorporate React.js in your app. Follow the steps carefully to understand React.js installation. I'm using Node.js approach so that I have to install Node.js first. Let me search for Node.js. See, this is the official website of Node.js. You have Node.js link placed here. As I am using Windows, so that I prefer to go with Windows installer. If you want Node.js for some other operating systems like Mac, Linux, you have respective downloads. So you can choose any of these downloads based on your requirement. So let me download Node.js. See, Node.js get downloaded in my PC downloads folder, I guess. And I would like to install Node.js. Click on this MSI file, select next, accept the terms, again next. I prefer this location, the default location. If you want, you can change the location. Select next and next, install. Yes. Now we are ready with Node.js. It is done. Click on this finish button. See, to confirm Node.js installation, you can see a command prompt which is Node.js command prompt. Of course, if you want, you can also use PowerShell command prompt, whatever you have in your PC. But you will be prompted with this particular command prompt once you get installed Node.js. Let me use this command prompt. I can check the installation whether it is successful or not, typing a simple command called node-v. See, it shows node version 12.18.1. At the same time, I can check my npm version. So see, this is 16.14.5. This is the way ensure Node.js installation whether it is done or not. Now, I would like to install React.js in my PC. For that, I can visit official website of React.js. Otherwise, I have few commands to install React.js, something like this: npx create react app test new app. This is my app name. Try to install a React app using npx. I'm using this approach. If you want, you can also use npm or yarn approach, whatever you are flexible with. But I would like to limit the solution for a specific directory so that I am using node package runner instead of node package manager. It might take some time. You just wait for a few minutes to get React.js installed. Yes, we are done with React.js installation. See, once you see this message hacking, so it ensures your React.js app installation is successful. Now, in order to deal with my implementation, I need an editor so that I am using an editor called VS Code. It is somewhat flexible to handle our implementation. So let me focus Visual Studio Code Editor. So this is the official website of our Visual Studio Code Editor. You just try to download the editor, which allows you to add so many extensions to manage to simplify your further implementation. That's what the reason most of the uh, industry experts are using Visual Studio Code Editor nowadays to make their work very flexible as well as to get into the tasks easily. But I have already installed VS Code in my PC, so that I'm not going to install VS Code editor. Not only VS Code, if you want, you choose any of the editors, whatever you are flexible with. But I prefer to use VS Code editor. Let me go. Let me focus VS Code editor. I have already opened test new app. See, this is our test new app which was created earlier. So I'm just trying to open that app using my VS Code editor. Let us focus the first file named package.json. This package.json contains the name of your React app, as it is a JSON file which represents attribute followed by value. The name of your app is test new app. If you want, you can change. You can also maintain version of your app, as well as it includes React versions, React as well as React DOM versions, where it uses 16.13.1. Okay. At the same time, there we have React scripts related versions. At the same time, you will be able to start using scripts um, tag. See, there we have start, build, test, eject. So many options are there in order to run your application as well as build and test your application. At the same time, so there you have SRC folder. The use of this SRC folder is to place your components as well as you will be able to build blocks of your application logic. Let me focus public folder. This public folder contains favicon, at the same time some basic logo which is placed inside this particular folder, at the same time index.html. See, this is index.html page. This page contains two major sections called head section as well as body section. In this head section, you will be allowed to maintain some meta information. At the same time, if there is any additional script related functionalities or files, you can easily place into this head section. At the same time, so body section is there where it uses a particular div. This div is going to bootstrap your components in the form of a root id. See, id is equal to root here. This root is mapped in this particular component. This component is called index.js. See, this index.js uses a particular ID named root. Through this, it is going to bootstrap your entire React app. At the same time, there you have app.js component. You can identify that component here. This app.js component is going to process the entire application at a particular point. Let me run the application first so that you will be able to identify how exactly this React app runs. Run all these commands and just type npm run start. Yes, I'm done. This is our first React app output where this data, the image as well as the content comes from this app.js file. You can identify the content as well as the image which is being placed inside this particular component. As it is a function, this function delivers data in the form of virtual DOM. We will discuss about all these things later in our videos. If you want, you can edit the content, remove content like this. Let me display something like this. Welcome to React.js tutorial. Now see the output, how it exactly changes renders content in the web page. This is the way you can easily modify, you can easily manage the entire React.js app. So guys, let us follow the tutorials carefully to get the actual knowledge to build apps using React.js concepts. Thank you very much. Subscribe and share the videos.